We're getting some more breaking news amid the continuing Deepam controversy in Tamil Nadu. Madras High Court Judge Justice G.R. Swaminathan lit a look-alike ceremonial lamp at a public event in Chennai and made light remarks about the row surrounding him. Referring indirectly to the dispute, he joked about the symbolism of lighting the lamp and said he hopes not to be suspended, adding that he still has over 4 years of service left. He also said the event gave him strength for Sanatana Dharma. Justice Swaminathan, remember, has faced criticism from the ruling DMK over his earlier order permitting lamps to be lit on the Deepam at the Madurai Hills. An impeachment notice was also moved by over 100 MPs, while a Madras High Court bench later upheld his order with conditions. My colleague Anaga is now joining us with more details on this. Anaga, Justice G.R. Swaminathan joked about the entire controversy over the Deepam row, saying that he hopes, while he lights a look-alike Deepam, he hopes that he's not suspended.
Well, that's right. In fact, it's not the first time that he has said it. Even in the past, Justice G.R. Swaminathan, while having an event in Madurai, had, jokingly made a very simple such remark by saying that at least let me light this lamp. So that's the kind of indirect statements, a sitting judge has been making. In fact, the DMK has been pulling up Justice G.R. Swaminathan for talking about the Deepam row, which is still sub judice in front of private events. They've even questioned if a sitting judge can even legally do it. In fact, not the first time. Even in the past, like I was mentioning, Justice has done that. And this time in Chennai, even particularly, he has made a joking remark about the Deepam Rao by saying, that I hope I don't get suspended. I still have 4 years of service left. Remember, an impeachment motion was moved against Justice G.R. Swaminathan by the DMK. And therefore, he says that I hope I'm not suspended. I still have 4 years of service left. And this event has given me a boost and a strength to follow Sanatana Dharma. While all this is happening, a lot of questions are being raised about whether a sitting judge can really talk about cases outside of the corridors of court.
Right, and Anaga, also help us understand, despite the order by the Madras High Court giving a nod to the lighting of Deepam, why is it still not being allowed?
Well, in fact, the High Court has given a nod, but then, on ground, what's happening is that the DMK is of the notion that having a Deepam lit close to a Dargah can result in law and order issues, and therefore, the light should not be lit near the Dargah, but at the original location near the Uchipiliyar temple, where it has consistently been lit for the last many, many decades, is what the government is saying.
Right. Anaga, and the Madras High Court also held the DMK government responsible for maintaining the law and order. So isn't that the responsibility of the government to take note of what is happening on the ground to ensure that there's peace and let the instructions of the Madras High Court that has clearly stated that the Deepam can be lit be allowed?
Well, in fact, when it comes to law and order, there is a lot of peace in Tirupati. In fact, both the Muslim community and Hindu community are living there very peacefully for the last many, many decades. And the kind of communal row that we are witnessing in reality has been orchestrated very newly, because for the last many 100 years,
All
a
right,
lot of
Anaga, do stay with us. We're now being joined by AIADMK's Kovai Sathyan on the broadcast. Mr. Sathyan, a very good morning to you. So Justice G.R. Swaminathan has now taken a dig at the DMK government while lighting a look-alike of the Madurai Deepam, saying that he hopes that he is not suspended for lighting this Deepam.
DMK, which moved an impeachment motion against the judge, trying to intimidate the judge and the judiciary, has set a wrong precedent. And no judgment was given based on the merits, based on the facts submitted during the course of action, upon which G.R. Swaminathan has given a verdict. Now, it's clear and evident that the intimidation which DMK started on judges and judiciary is giving results for them to drive their political divisive narrative. It's so sad that honorable judge has to ensure that and has to seek clarity on an event of such nature. Indeed, in the event, he even asked, I hope this is not a survey stone. And that's what he asked in the event.
In fact,
Sad and unfortunate.
Mr. Sathyan, despite the Yes, despite the Madras High Court's order, the Deepam is still not being allowed to lit, by the way.
amounts to the contempt, and yes, it is the matter is sub judice. And people of Tamil Nadu clearly understand how DMK bends the law to their favor. The persons who are supposed to upkeep law are the ones who are setting wrong examples by breaking the law. And that the actions of DMK has not gone well with the people of the state. If they don't abide by the law, having taken oath under Constitution, if the Chief Minister and the panel of people doesn't abide by the law, it's a classic example of to what extent DMK and their ecosystem can take law into their own hands. The answer will be given in the upcoming assembly elections. The fitting reply will be given by the people of Tamil Nadu.
All right, Mr. Kovai, Sathyan, thank you for joining us on the broadcast. We're also being joined by BJP's Narayanan Tirupati on the broadcast. Mr. Tirupati, a very good morning to you. So, the DMK government versus Justice G.R. Swaminathan Rao is escalating, with Justice G.R. Swaminathan now taking a dig at the DMK government while lighting a lookalike of the Madurai Deepam, saying that he hopes that he's not suspended for doing this.
Yeah, see, there is nothing wrong. In fact, he was very right in saying that, because all Deepams look alike. So, impeachment motion was brought by the DMK MPs and their allies. So, definitely, he has got each and every right to criticize or even to say that, to quote that this was wrong. So, that is what he has done. People should know that he is right and the DMK is wrong. So what's wrong in it?
Mr. Narayanan Tirupati, how do you look at the developments that despite the order of the Madras High Court allowing the Deepam to be lit, it has still not been allowed to be lit? And we also witnessed in the past few weeks, there were some rituals of the Madurai Masjid which were in fact allowed to happen, but not the lighting of the Deepam.
See, that is what this communal DMK government, which for want of the Muslim votes, the appeasement of minorities, are trying to always hurt the sentiments of Hindus, in spite of the court's order, in spite of even the High Court's bench and other judgments. The government do not want, because the elections are nearing and also DMK is anti-Hindu, they are doing all these things. So it is the communal DMK, for want of votes, trying to hurt the sentiments of Hindus, knowing fully well that Hindus do not vote in the cluster, whereas the Muslims and the Christians vote religiously. That is what the DMK is. And whatever Judge G.R. Swaminathan yesterday, what he has spoken, is 100% right about the DMK.
Mr. Tirupati, how do you think this entire controversy is going to have an impact on the upcoming elections in the state?
See, I don't bother about the elections as far as this issue is concerned. It is the DMK that is bothered about the elections and votes of minorities. BJP never indulged in these sorts of polarizing the communities, polarizing the religion, polarizing the caste. This the DMK and Congress does. So I don't bother. It is my fundamental right. It is any Hindu's fundamental right that their sentiments should not be hurt, and as per their wish and as per their rituals, it has to take place. So what is there in the election as far as we are concerned in this?
Right. And Mr. Tirupati, the DMK also says that the judge is biased. Is it right to call a judge biased just because the verdict was not in your favor?
That's whatever the DMK did in this subject, in this case, in this particular issue is absolutely wrong. It is unconstitutional. And even the Communist, Congress, Vidudalai Sirutaigal, all DMK allies put together, just for the want of the minority votes, they are betraying the Hindus, betraying the Tamils, betraying the culture. Everything they have done. It is wrong.
All right, Mr. Narayanan Tirupati, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast. So, the Tamil Nadu Deepam Rao escalates, the DMK government versus Justice G.R. Swaminathan face-off escalates, with Justice G.R. Swaminathan now taking a dig at the DMK government over the Deepam controversy.